Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Startup Innovation Hub of Ho Chi Minh City, Sci-Hub, I would like to extend our warmest welcome to all distinguished guests, including teachers, students from School of Science and Technology, Singapore, and members of Ho Chi Minh City Startup Ecosystem joining us today. We are truly delighted to host this workshop under the theme, the International Youth with the Entrepreneurship. This program aims to foster the international connection, encourage young minds to embrace innovation, and inspire cross-border collaboration in the entrepreneurship. Before diving into the workshop, let's take the moment to introduce the amazing people who are part of our today program. From the School of Science and Technology, Singapore, please welcome Mr. Liu Yi Jie. And Mr. Angie Gokyu Nijo. And Miss Wong Ho Yang. And also please welcome Miss Yuen Wing, our guest speaker today. And please give me a big cloud of applause to welcome Miss Havo, official of Startup Supporting Division. Thank you so much. To start our program, I would like to invite the representative of the SST Singapore to share a few words and briefly introduce your group, please.
Thank you. Thank you for really having us here, and also very thankful that you have actually shown your very kind Vietnamese hospitality to welcome our school of students and our teachers. All right, I'm Mr. Ng from the School of Science and Technology. School of Science and Technology Singapore is one of the 4 specialized independent schools in Singapore, catered to students, created by government of course, catered to students with special interest in science and technology. So what we offer in our school is a 4-year program that still leads eventually to the Cambridge University GCE O-level. And but what really sets us apart from other mainstream schools in Singapore is our curriculum. So our curriculum and education SST is unique in the sense that we focus on 3 things. Innovation, integrated learning, and applied learning. Now, of course, we are in the innovation hub, so let me talk about innovation first. So in the innovation part of SST, we believe that innovation is seen as a key driver of progress and development. So this is pervasive in most parts of the things that you see in SST, whether it is the teaching of students. We, as teachers, we are always asked to innovate our methods of teaching, our pedagogy, and also in the innovation that we encourage in our students when we ask them to do projects, performance tasks, etc. The second thing that we focus on is integrated learning. So the curriculum in SST, we try to make sure that we combine knowledge across disciplines, versus, the older way of looking at some of these knowledge is by biology, chemistry, physics. So in SST, we try to teach them in a very integrated manner, so that students can understand that body of knowledge is a body of knowledge. It's not separated just by the disciplines. And of course, we hope that they will understand with the comprehensiveness of knowledge and the interconnectedness of the curriculum. The last one is applied learning, which is our main dish in SST, which we try to make sure that our teaching and learning is delivered through real life context. So we don't just teach theory or knowledge by itself. We try to see and link students of their knowledge to the real world settings and contexts. So that's the 3 things that's special about SST. So if you want to find out more about SST, maybe you can talk to some of the students, talk to us, and if you want to visit Singapore, and we can show you around the school. All right. Thank you for having us once again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful introduction and the sharing from SST team. So now please allow me to, on behalf of the Sci Hub, to introduce about the Startup Innovation Hub of Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah. It's an initiative under the Department of Science and Technology of Ho Chi Minh City. Sci Hub plays a role in developing the city innovation and the ecosystem. We focus on supporting the startup, connecting the local and international partner, and empowering young people to turn creative idea to the impactful solution. And in the slide, you can see this is the new building of the Sci Hub. And from now on, I will share with you about the Sci Hub and operational the model of startup innovation of Ho Chi Minh City. You can call the Sci Hub. Yes, and today I will share with you about the overall overview of the Ho Chi Minh City innovation startup ecosystem. And the next content I will share with you is the operational the model. And the third point is the key activity for the 2025. And the last part is the activity for the couple months in the end of the 2025. Yes, you know, the Ho Chi Minh City, the ecosystem is ranked among the top 110 most dynamic innovative startup ecosystem over the world. And we are the position the top 5 in the Southeast Asia. And Ho Chi Minh City, the ecosystem, we can attract the 50% the nation the startup, and 40% the incubator and the support hubs, and 44% the country's investment capital, and 60% of the investment due nationwide. And from the short sheet from the startup genome, and the Ho Chi Minh City, the startup ecosystem, the value is about 7.5 billion US$. And Ho Chi Minh City also have the 3 unicorn, Momo, Sky Market, and Vina Game, VNG. And dominant sector is blockchain, the fintechs, the technologies in the finance, and edtech, the technology for the education. And you can image the operation the model. At the top, we have the two the main front in the connection. It means we connect all of the ecosystem in the startup ecosystem, from the secondary school, high school, university, incubation organization, expert, investment organization, and entrepreneur, leading enterprises. And we support them via the infrastructure and based on the government policy. And we design and build some the training program and consulting program, incubation, acceleration. And especially we can, via our ecosystem, we can connect the startup with the investment and the finance organization. And especially we also support for the startup to bring the solution, their products, and go to market. And generally we support them in the four sector, in the business culture and creative business culture. And next is the legality and the capital and develop the market. And all of this supporting the program, we apply the technology to support the startup ecosystem. And I will briefly introduce you about this building. And we have totally the 8th floor. And here is the 2nd floor for the common space we use for organizing the exhibition and conference, the seminar for the startup ecosystem. And the 1st floor we also use for some organized activity, the event, the conference, and exhibition for the startup ecosystem in Ho Chi Minh City. And from the 4th to the 7th floor, we use to attract the supporting organization, especially in the 6th floor, we use for the Ho Chi Minh City International Financial Center. And beside the physical platform, we also have the online. The platform is called the SOIP. Via this platform, the startup ecosystem can connect with together. The startup can connect with expert, with the investment, the organization, and they can looking for some suitable program for training, for participate, and for connecting not only the local but also the international activities. And next, I want to share with you about the key activity for the 2025 of the Sci-Hub. Is you can see some picture. This is the inauguration of the new headquarters. Here, we launched in this building from August this year. And in the 2025, we focus on the 7 incubation selection program. As you can see, this is some competition, like the ZIC, the competition for the idea or the solution in the green transformation, and innovation quest is to remove for the idea in the AI in the new technology. Next is the innovation. Is some innovation, the innovative solution for the education. And Gold Star is via this competition, we enhancing and fostering the innovation and startup in the public sectors. And the InnoCulture is on the new competition in the 2025 of the Sci-Hub. We apply in the innovative solution idea for the culture. And the FinTech, as I mentioned with you before, the FinTech is the competition to apply the technologies in the finance. And Unistar, one of the international corporation, the competition between the Sci-Hub and the South Korea. This is the yearly competition. We cooperate with them to organize the competition for the university student from the Ho Chi Minh City and Korea, and they got in Ho Chi Minh City to raise their idea, their solution, and bring their products and competitive in Ho Chi Minh City. Besides that, we also promote the public sector innovation. And for example, in the 2025, we used to organize the training program for the trainer in the secondary school, and we also remove the innovative idea solution for the infrastructure and environment. And that is on the picture showing that we promote fostering collaboration with the local authorities. Besides that, we also remove the international cooperation. In the screen, then we can see this is activity we promote with South Korea. And the Venture Star is the international pitching day for the startup from the Vietnam and Korea. They got in the Megas Expo. Megas Expo is the yearly exhibition. Here we support for startup and the SME company. They come here, come Ho Chi Minh City for the exhibition and matching with their potential partner in Vietnam. And Unistar, I mentioned before, Unistar is also based on the Megas Expo, and that is very interesting section for the university student. And top 3, the projects we select from the Venture Star will receive the sponsor to participate in the investment networking program in the November this year. Besides that, we also collaborate with Germany to develop the training program for the trainer on the innovation entrepreneurship in the field of the energy efficiency. In the left side is the trainer go to the Germany for a training program, and the right side is we organized the program in Hanoi. And Canada is where we have the we collaborating with them to organize the yearly training courses in the 2 weeks in Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah, Australia from the 2025 we start to collaborate with Australia. For example, the New South Wales government and the Invest in New South Wales and some of the other partners like the Sports Year and the Canva as well. And some the activity for the couple months in the end of this year. And you can briefly finalizing the legal document and the infrastructure for this building and select the startup supporting organization. It means we will select the suitable startup supported organization to join in this building and to support for the startup ecosystem here. And executing the merge and complete organizational structure, establishing the facility in the Bình Dương and Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. Bình Dương and Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu is this local is used to be the separate province, but now we merge together, and now this local is based on Ho Chi Minh City, and from now on we establish the facility is like the branch, like the C-Hub in the Bình Dương and the Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. Yeah. And continuously promoting innovation and internship activity. Yes, that is the briefly introduction about Startup Innovation Hub of Ho Chi Minh City. And Virus, the teacher, share and introduce about your SST Singapore. We know that we have a lot of the much point together, and we hope that not only in this workshop today, but in the future, if we have any potential opportunity, let's talk together and we can design some suitable and some valued activity for your student and for our ecosystem. Yeah, thank you for listening. Yes, I think the next point is very interesting and like the expected the presentation. So please welcome Mr. Nguyễn, our guest speaker, and she will deliver for our guest today. Today with the very interesting presentation is the green logistics. Please welcome Ms. Nguyễn.
Chắc là refresh giùm chị được không ạ? Bấm refresh. Okay, hi everyone. So This is not gonna be an easy presentation. You're not gonna just sit here and listen. Okay, so are you ready? Do you have phone, by the way? Do you guys have phone? Okay, so we all need to bring out your phone. Mấy em có thể mình sẽ sử dụng điện thoại á, nên là mình hãy cầm điện thoại trên tay nha. Rồi, okay. Before you bring out your phone, I will roughly go through the market size of the logistics in Vietnam. So I know your base is in science and technology. So I want to show you how potential you can grow some idea, maybe some solutions or collaboration in the near future for Vietnamese. And also the youth generation here, you can have some ideas and contribute more for Vietnam. Okay, so as you can see here, I have some numbers, right? So if you look at the top one, that is the estimate Vietnamese GDP in 2024. And in the next line, line, you can see that that is the export and import trade value. So meaning that is around 1.65 times more than the Vietnamese GDP. Who knows how much is the Singaporean GDP now for the country? You have any idea? No? Okay, I think much more than that. Maybe anyone else in the audience can Google and see how much the Singaporean country GDP currently. Mọi người có thể Google xem coi là GDP hiện tại của Singapore là bao nhiêu không? Tại vì Việt Nam của mình là đang là 473 đó. Rồi, and if you look, so anyone have the answer? Yet? How much? 547 billions. Wow, that's an impressive number. So, and now you can see that. So the second, the third, currently Vietnam is ranked at around 43 places out of 154 countries for the logistics, which means we are in the top of the Asian country, including Thailand, Cambodia, and etc. So meaning that the Vietnamese logistic performance index is quite high. So Vietnam, we are proud to have a very long coastline. If you have the chance to go and visit the sea side of Vietnam, it's very beautiful. So, oops. Okay, and then last but not least, the Vietnamese logistic is valued around 80 billions US dollar now in 2024. But in the upcoming years, which is up to 2034, the value is gonna be around 150 billions US dollar. Okay, so you can see all the big numbers here. So why are we talking about it? A little bit about myself, right? My name is Yuying, and my last name is Lee. So I'm currently a climate first facilitator, that is to contribute for the community. So this is what I do out of volunteering. Climate Fest is very fun games that you can see. You will understand about climate change, why and the consequences of climate change. So I did one workshop for the British company, which is the shoes, the Vietnamese shoes company, and they give out the scholarship for young children. And in the middle, I'm the founder of Rinsis Corporation, co-founder, and actually Madam Yip is the founder here. She's sitting here. Yeah, thank you so much. And Madam Yip is my mom. So you can understand why the background comes from, right? And last but not least, I'm very proud that I could say I'm the Northwest Seaport Alliance representative for the Vietnam market. Where is Northwest Seaport Alliance? It's in Seattle in Tacoma, where I used to study when I was in a college student. So now I'm still the representative for them. And yeah, you can see here they are visiting the port in Long An, Vietnam. Okay, so next, please look at the photo up here. I want some of our guests here today to tell me what do you understand about logistic. When you heard the terms logistic, what come in your mind at first? Anyone? Anyone? Khi mà have a give him applause, please.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so first in mind when I heard the word of logistics, I was thinking about the storage and transportation to like delivery goods to another places. This can be from the manufacturer to storage, or from a storage to the retailer, and the retailer to the customer. So the logistics is a lot about not just about shipping on the air, the sea, or the land side, but it's also about the financial problem. Yeah, that's in my. Yeah, and I'm Nguyễn Hồng Nhật from the University of Industry and Trade, Hồ Chí Minh City. Yeah, thank you.
Cảm ơn em. Who else? Thank you, Nhật, for his answer. Very concise. Now, I would like to hear from you. What do you think when you think about logistics in Singapore? Okay, I have. Good. Thank you. Maybe just try this.
When I hear the term logistic, I think about like the items required for a specific event and like the people that will have to get the items that are required for that specific event.
Okay. Thank you very much. Give him your name, please.
I'm Lucas from SST.
Okay. Thank you, Lucas. So, yes, so when we hear the term logistic, we think of how we can arrange the good from one side to another, right? It's an action. And then come with that, there's a lot of development in trucking, in train, in shipping, in air flight. So, yes, to move one goods to the other destination. That is what it kind of like, you understand what is logistic mean. So today we talking about green logistic, right? So green, like, are you meaning painting, like decoration, the shipment, the train, the truck become like color green? Is that how you think green is, right? Like, chỉ cần tô màu cái xe tải thành màu xanh, hoặc là so that's not how we think of green in logistics, right? So green here I define just one word, efficiency. Efficiency. How you make it easier, how you deduct the waste when you move the goods. So here you can see like, okay, I have the EV trucks. Have you ever see or are your family own an EV vehicle yet in Singapore? No, not yet. Okay, so yeah. Oh, you have. Yeah, I know, right? It's a trend and it's a new word right now for EV. EV truck is an electric vehicle. So instead of you use gasoline, oil, you use the electricity to charge and to run the trucks. So that's what you call EV. Okay, so next. Now you need to pull out your phone. Okay, mọi người ơi, chắc là tới lúc mọi người có thể vào bằng cái link hoặc là scan QR code. So you can scan the QR code here. Okay. Can you all see it? Can you all see the screen? Okay, check. Thank you. Oh. Good. So if you see the arrow, then that means you are in. If you see the arrow, nếu mà mọi người thấy cái mũi tên là mọi người đã vào được rồi đó. Okay. Anyone cannot access yet? So I give you 1 more minute. And this is the quiz. So whoever have more correct answer will win the quiz game. Rồi. Chắc là mình chuyển qua cái màn hình kia được. Okay, ready? The first question, main goals of green transition, meaning that why we need to consider about green. How would I put it? Like more sustainable, more efficiency. So what is the main goal here? You can type some words. Oh wow, I can see. Oh, too bad. What's that? Oh, this one is very good if we can see the screen. So please give us a couple seconds. Được không ta? Yeah. One. Okay, I see a lot of. Oh, oops. Okay. Yes, many answer right now. I think I have around 37 answer right now, but there's out of 75. So there's 75 of our guest participant, but only 38 answer right now. So I need more. Mọi người hãy tích cực trả lời, tại vì hiện tại là có tất cả tổng là 75 người, nhưng mà ở đây mình chỉ có 40 câu trả lời thôi à. Còn thiếu. Okay. Okay. Can I see some raise of the hand of what is your input? Maybe someone? Can you raise your hand and tell me what your input? Yeah? Thank you. I see all the men here, the gentlemen here, but I want to see ladies too, so please next time.
My response is to use less natural resources.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
I'm Daniel from S206 of SSD.
Nice. Give Daniel a round of applause, please. Thank you. Who else? Who else have different input? How about on our participant from Vietnam? Có ai có câu input nào không? Mấy bạn nữ nè. Chị em nha, chị em gái dễ thương này nha. Chưa. Okay, I give more time. Who else? Our participant from Vietnam. Okay, Madam Diệp.
Oh, I dream a poor environment in air and more efficiency and reduce emission. Thank you.
Oh well, thank you, Madam Yip. I will show you guys the work log later because look like next question. Vietnam carbon emission per person. I saw only one answer here, but we have 4 selections. So please guess how much per person in Vietnam emit? 4.9, 5.2, or 8.5? Okay, I see a lot of the guests select the middle answer. Yes, so it's correct. 5.2 tons is the correct answer for Vietnam market, right, per person. Emit around 5.2 tons of CO2 per year. And in contrast with that, in Singapore, per capita, mean per person, emit around, I think 9 CO2, yes, right, equivalents. So yes, so compared to Vietnam and Singapore, we are almost there. Okay, so this is the real quiz, right? So you guys gonna get scored. I think our organizer will have some gifts for you, yes, but let's play this game and let's win some award, okay? Mọi người, cái phần tiếp theo là mình sẽ tính điểm, nên là mọi người hãy cố gắng tham gia để mà được nhận phần quà từ ban tổ chức nha. The quiz rule is around, you have multiple choice and you have 30 seconds. The faster you answer correctly, the more point you get. Ready? Ready, guys? Yes? Okay, first question. Wow, the connection have, give me a second. Okay, question number 1. There's 4. There are 4 of them. And this is question number 1. Ready? Okay. Oops. Oops. Did I just pass it? Sorry. Enter. Okay, ready? The question here. One of the most powerful arguments for shifting transportation to inland waterway is to reduce the fuel consumption. A single 20-foot container travel from Bắc Ninh to Hải Phòng is using 10 liters of oil. How many liters of oil is the same truck will travel at the same distance? How many do you think? You can guess. 25, 35, 45. Ooh. So I see there's 20 people get the answer correctly. Wow. So the amount is 45 liters. So comparing with the waterway, using only 10 liters of oil, the truck take the same distance but use up to 45 liters of oil. So you can imagine if you use waterway, which is more efficiency, right? Okay, next question. Ready? Okay. So when is the deadline for CBAM, which is meaning that if Vietnamese goods export to Europe, they will need to pay for a certain amount of fee regarding the carbon. So when is the deadline? Sorry, this question is a little bit hard, but you can guess. Just try to guess. C. So the correct answer is January 1st of 2026, so starting next year. 26, yes. So starting next year, all Vietnamese goods export to the Europe country, we will need to pay for the carbon emission. Okay, so next question. Okay, road transportation is accountable for how many percent in Vietnam? You can guess the number. 55%, 68%, 75%, and 85%. So between road transportation, oops, what happened? Okay. There's 10 more seconds. So between road transportation, air transportation, and waterway, which one is accountable for how much? But in the correct answer for road transportation is 85%. 85% is the newest number. I think even Madam Yip doesn't know. Maybe she thought it's 75%. Now it's 85%. So we are heavily rely on road transportation, meaning the trucks, right? So, and you can see that earlier, the same distance, but using the truck, use up more oil and gasoline. So I got 10 people get the correct answer. Okay, last question. Mọi người ở Việt Nam chuẩn bị chưa? Ở Việt Nam là mình phải có những con số này nha. Okay, so for LEED green building, how much percent do they have to invest more to get the LEED green building certificate? So I have the number here from 5 to 10%, from 10 to 15%, 20 to 35, and 50 or more. So LEED certificate is, I have some correct answer here. 20 to 30% is the cost that they need to invest more. But imagine in Vietnam, we are producing a lot of clothing. Ooh. Okay, I see some winner here. Let's see who is LVM. LVM, please stand up, please. LVM. Ooh, nice. Good job, good job. Who is Tran and Hồng Nhất and Kevin? Very close. Tran, nice. Hồng Nhất. Nice, okay. And Kevin? Kevin? Wow, impressive. Singapore team, very impressive. Know about Vietnam. Okay, so please go back to the slide, please. How many times mình có bao nhiêu nhỉ? Với lại một cái cây. Cái cây. Okay. We have the gifts here is the Vietnamese book. So, would you like to receive it? Maybe you can learn Vietnamese. Oh, yeah. Okay, so please the four. So the four guests that I just mentioned the name, please come up here and receive the gifts from C-Hub. LVM is the top, so the winner? So who's LVM? Please come up here. You receive a very cute green plant. Cái bạn này, bạn nữ. Yeah. Đúng rồi, bạn nữ chứ. Thank you. Okay. This is for you. This is for you. Okay. Maybe we take a photo here. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Please take a seat. Okay, next slide. Ủa, Duyên có bao nhiêu phút nữa? 10 phút hả? 10 phút hả? Okay, so I have 10 more minutes. I think, so here you can see that I'm trying to explain that this is the linear economy where we are taking the resource, we are making it into our goods, we are using it, and then we throw it away, right? But then in the end, we would say, okay, if I throw it away, maybe I can recycle it. but the recycle system, even in Vietnam, is still very limited. So this is the linear economy, but I want to introduce you to another, oh no, I think the slide has some problem. Chắc refresh giùm chị vậy. Can you try to refresh please? Google. So, yes, so do you know this colorful board in your, yes, nice. So, sorry, I just took out two. There's two should be there, but then now I took it out. Có hai cái con số mà đáng lẽ phải ở đó nhưng mà chị đã lấy ra rồi. Thôi, so there's number 12 and there's number 13. So who remember what is number 12 talking about? Có ai nhớ số 12 nói về gì không? Ooh, I have an answer here.
Can I guess number 12 is responsible consumption and production?
Wow. Very good, very good. Yes, it is. Okay, so how about number 13? Yeah.
Yes, I believe it's climate action.
Wow, give me another applause, please. Yes, it is. So those two are in the 17 SDGs. And I'm amazed you remember, because we just talked about linear economy, right? So the number 12 is very important. We must have responsible for our consumption, but also production. Meaning that if in the future, if we going into fashion industry, if we go into logistics, if we go into any kind of industry, please consider about those two numbers. Very important. Okay, so this is another diagram, and it's called the 3P. Have you ever heard of it? Triple P. Have you heard of it? Maybe guess, like, you can guess on the photo, the 3P, triple P. Why sustainable? Why sustainable is important? But then you need to consider about, this is the model that introduced by John Elkington. And when we doing business, of course we have to consider about the people and the profit, but most of all we have to also consider about the planet. So all of those together, we call it the triple bottom line. So planet, profit, people. And this is another model that we in Vietnam are very focused on right now. Have you ever heard of it? Circular economy. Mọi người có nghe tới kinh tế tuần hoàn chưa? Rồi, có ai còn hơi mới so với cái mô hình này không? It's very new. It's actually very new, but then you can see first, very important. The most important thing is design for longevity. So whatever you do, think and design first, not produce. Is a contrast to the linear economy, where you just take the resource, make it into the product and use. So instead, for the circular economy, you have to think and design first. designed for longevity. And then you would think about use and reuse, repair and remanufacture, and in the end, last but not least, recycle. So this is called the circular economy. But how do you close the cycle here? How do you close the cycle here? So this is the process, right? But how do you close the cycle? Earlier we was talking about what? So green logistic, green efficiency. We was talking about energy, right? So in order to close the cycle here, we must think of what kind of energy are we using. Are we using regenerative energy, renewable energy, wind power, solar, or we still continue to use coal, fossil fuel, gasoline? So this is how you're closing the loops of circular economy, meaning that when you produce, you have to design first. You have to think how you design to minimize the waste, to reuse the material. And then after that, the last but not least, you have to use the renewable source of energy, so that in order to do that, you must consider how you can use solar energy, wind power, or hydrogen. Okay, so this is just a regulation in Vietnam, but I think it's important for even the young youth Vietnamese here to understand that now the regulation the government already have is not the buzzwords anymore. It's not just the trend terms. Like every business, if you want to run, if you want to sustain, you must follow the regulation of Vietnam. And in Vietnam, we more focus on the greenhouse gas emission for right now, because earlier you saw that 85% of the road transportation in Vietnam is from the trucking industry. So in the near future, we have to reduce, we have the zero emissions commitment in 2050. So how do we do that? By having regulations and have businesses follow through the circular economy. Okay, so I talk about a little bit about challenges in Vietnam for the logistic. So you can see that we talk about number one already. Number two, there's 40,000 small and medium size of logistic enterprise in Vietnam. 40,000, that's a lot. That's a lot for Vietnam market. And they are all SME, so meaning that their operation is very fragmented. And you know, if you in the industry, you understand that only 5% of those companies are owned by the foreigners, right? 5%. So around 700 something, but meaning that they take up the revenue for logistics in Vietnam up to 80%. So we should consider about how fragmented the Vietnamese logistic market is. And then the third, the labor products and workforce structure. Logistics is a labor incentive sector in Vietnam, but very low in productivities because everything is manual. This is where the technology should come in, right? This is where the digital transformation should come in. and high logistic costs. Comparing to Singapore, only 8% out of the GDP. Vietnam is account for 16 to 20%. So there's a gap right there that we can close it. Solutions. Nice. So we talk about challenges now. Challenge. So we talk about solution now. So you can see this. Earlier I was talking about the waterway. So this is called the Badger by CMA CGM. It's the biggest, one of the biggest logistic and supply chain company from Europe. And they said that they will use electric container Badger for Southeast Asia, including Vietnam. So think about it, right? That's good. That's good that they use the electric container. But then, are electric vehicle effective? Is it? So we asked someone, right? And they said a passenger car is something you can buy with your heart because you like it, because it's beautiful. But for trucks, however, we need to provide solution for business purpose. So earlier I was talking about profit, planet, and people. So electricity is not really effective in Vietnam right now because all the energy produced in Vietnam are using from burning fossil fuel, meaning using gasoline. So in order to generate the electricity in Vietnam, we use a lot of heat, electricity. So even though if we said, oh, we should change all the vehicle into electric cars, it's not that easy because still the energy in Vietnam is still using fossil fuel. Okay, so another solutions that I would like to borrow from our seaport, which is Seattle and Tacoma, is they have 4 different pillars. And first pillar is clean truck program. Second pillar is clean air initiative. Third pillar is clean water and water quality efforts. And fourth, for environment stewardship. So when we're talking about logistics, we also think about the port, right? So now in the US, the port, every port, they will have some good programs for their stakeholder, which including let's say for the clean truck program, what does it mean? If they use the truck that older than 2007, the government will give them the incentive to change for a newer truck, which is more fuel efficiency. And in order to access to the port system, they have to have a newer truck. And then clean air initiatives. So in Vietnam, it's different from the US, right? In Vietnam, the private owner can own the port, and they can operate however they would like. But in the US, the government will own the port, will own the land. And whoever comes to those land to rent, right, they have to give them the action, the strategy, how to reduce, how to have clean water, how to have clean air in order to use that space. It's not like they can just build up the facility and use it however they want. So in the US, it's different than in Vietnam. Vietnam, the private company can own the port and can operate it however they want. So there's no restriction. So as you can see, there are 298 ports in Vietnam. 298. But however, on the left-hand side, there's 3 busiest ports: Ho Chi Minh City, Hải Phòng, and Cái Mép, which account for 83% of the whole Vietnamese container volume. So even though we have 298 ports, which we invest heavily in those ports, only 3 out of those ports is taking a lot of container in and out of Vietnam. So how we consider about the efficiency here, right? There's how would I put it? If we have a very long coastline like that, but most of the port that we show here, Ho Chi Minh and Cái Mép, is here already. So Cái Mép and Ho Chi Minh port are heavily here in this area. And now Ho Chi Minh City have merged. So Cái Mép before was a Vũng Tàu city, but now they become Ho Chi Minh City too. So any port, so all the 2 port, big port is here. And then Hải Phòng is all the way there, all the way there. The red one, you see, the cluster one. So there's a very long coastline here, but the port there is not efficiency yet. So how does we solve this problem? It's still a question mark. A lot of heavily invest in a lot of port, but only there's 2 main port or 3 main port have a capacity, high capacity. So that is a question mark for investors and for our government to answer, and maybe hopefully from Singapore and Japan and America or Europe, they can invest and support us in answering those questions. But okay, I will share with you a little bit about crisis and why we here to presenting to you is this is the 3 core that Greenpeace want to do. We want to build a resilient network. We want to use data to improve the decision. And last but not least, we turn green and sustainability to become the competitive advantage for Vietnamese. And how do we do that? If you're interested to learn more, you can connect with us later on. So this is all. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Ms. Jing. So I believe that via the Ms. Jing, the presentation, you can absorb a lot of the useful, the valuable the information about logistics. And congratulations, some guys, you get the presents from the Sci-Hub, some the Vietnamese book, but I think you can apply the AI ChatGPT for translating to understand the start of the book. And I believe that you have a lot of the idea and some the questions. So now the time is limited, so I let you have 2 questions for Ms. Win about logistics. So if you have any questions, just feel free to raise your hand and discuss with Ms. Win. Any question for green logistics, or even some questions about the Sci-Hub also, our ecosystem, startup ecosystem. Any question? No? Good. I believe that you have a recommended in the logistics. Yeah. So if you have no any questions, so let's take the group photo. Please stay in your seat, and we will take the photo from the stage, and we keep this moment. Yeah. Okay, please, the photographer have to take the photo. Hi, everyone. So you can stay in your seat. Yeah. One, two, three. Say cheer. Change your style, heart, light, anything else you want. Okay, thank you so much. For before concluding our day workshop and event today, so let's take a short tour of the building. This building, and after the visitor, the visit tour, you can explore some the common space, the co-working space, and of supporting space for our ecosystem where everyone can raise and develop their idea, and how we can support them to turn their idea to the impactful solution. Yeah, so let's go together and explore this building. Yeah, okay, so let's stand up and go with me. So now we start.